Good morning, everyone. Welcome in. We are going to get started right at 8 o'clock. So we'll be back in a little bit. Just hang tight until everyone gets in, but welcome. We'll be right back. Good morning, everyone. For everyone who's coming in, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to get started in about a minute or two, just waiting for everybody to join. But thank you for attending our very first session of MasterMyRuud.com. So we're going to get started probably in like 1 minute. I just have some housekeeping and some announcements before we get Todd to get started on this webinar. There he is, the man, the myth, the legend.
Good morning.
Bright and early on a Wednesday morning, we're going to learn about My.Ruud, which is very exciting stuff. Okay, it's 8 o'clock. I'm going to get started with just the announcements so that we don't keep you over the time that we've promised to keep you. So here we go. I'm just going to go through some additional trainings and some promotions that we have running in the month of October. So for those of you who are OGs and have been around for a while, you know that in October we do a breast cancer awareness promotion and we partner with Glass Floss and Ruud. And this year we're doing something a little bit different. You can see our t-shirts here. They're going to be long sleeve this year and black with pink. And how you get one of those limited edition t-shirts is you go to any Tropic Supply location, you buy 2 cases of Glass Floss filters on any single invoice, and the counter will give you one of these lovely t-shirts. You also have the chance to win an Igloo cooler by taking selfies, and you could see some selfies from last year. Some people got some very creative pictures of you installing a glass floss filter and in your t-shirt, and send those to marketing@tropicsupply.com. And then every Friday, we're going to have a voting session. Whoever gets the most likes on our social media channels will win one of our Igloo Seadrift 12-can coolers. So don't miss out on that. That started yesterday. And then in the month of October, we do have some additional training classes beyond this one that we're doing today on My.Ruud. Russell is doing some refrigeration training on low and medium temp systems. All of these are going to be listed on the Tropic Supply events calendar. So you just go to tropicsupply.com/events calendar, and you will be able to register for these classes. If you find that some of them are already full, which some of these are very popular, you can send us an email at marketing@tropicsupply.com to be put on the waiting list for any of these classes. And the night before, we do confirmation calls. So if there's anyone that cannot make it, we will put you into that slot. So this is one of the training classes that we're offering. And then aluminum coil repair, which is always a fan favorite. They're going to be, Uniweld, Gil and Sal are going to be traveling across the state of Florida doing hands-on aluminum coil repair training classes. So if you have your techs that need some brush-up skills and some practice, this will be a very hands-on class where you can learn how to repair those aluminum coils that are out there. Again, tropicsupply.com/events calendar is where you'll find the dates and times for those. And then in November, we're going to be doing a series of new refrigerant training classes as it relates to Ruud, who's chosen the R454B. You're going to be able to see how those sensors look and how to troubleshoot them. This is just a sample slide of one of them that's in Fort Lauderdale, but those are going to be scattered across the state of Florida as well. Again, tropicsupply.com/events calendar. That's where you can sign up for those classes. We're going to be doing morning and afternoon classes at most locations. And before and after each training class, you're going to be able to talk to a number of manufacturers of A2L compatible tools to determine what you need on your truck to be able to service that equipment. So make sure that you get registered for those. Registration is required. Same thing, if you find that a class is full, please send us an email at marketing@tropicsupply.com, and we'll make sure that we get you there if somebody cancels. And here, you're at the very first session of mastermyruud.com. This is a 5-session series that we're going to be going through all the valuable resources that are inside of My.Ruud. And Todd, you can see he's the instructor. He knows this software backwards and forwards and is going to unlock some really cool tools for you guys to be able to use to make your job easier. But today is just session 1. So if you haven't registered for the remaining sessions, please do so. That'll give you the link to get on. It's going to be Wednesday mornings with Todd at 8 a.m. And I think you'll find them to be very useful. So as far as housekeeping goes, all of you guys are on mute. So type your chat questions or type your questions in the chat box, and we'll be monitoring chat, and we'll be interrupting Todd every once in a while to get those questions answered, or we might wait to the end depending on how the class goes. There are prizes at the end, so you want to make sure that you take good notes. We'll have quiz questions, and the first person to answer correctly on my screen will be the ones to win those prizes. After the webinar, you'll automatically receive an email that's going to give you a link to the recording for today, so you can share that with other people. And you're also going to get a survey request. So please take the time to participate in our survey. We really want to make sure that we offer world-class training, and we need your feedback to be able to do that. We're not going to take anything personally. So if there's anything that you didn't like, please tell us. If there's something that you really liked, please also tell us that. And for those of you who don't know Todd has now got a series and a channel on our YouTube channel for Todd Talks. And what he's been doing is he's been reviewing a lot of the products that we sell and showing you the latest technology that's out there. So don't forget to visit our YouTube channel. It's under Tropic Supply. It's called Tropic Vision. We'll also be posting these episodes on our social media channels. So he's got a lot of helpful hints there on new products and things that helpful tips for products that are out there. So don't miss those Todd Talks. And we're going to get this show started. So I'm going to stop sharing, Todd. And then you should be able to do your thing. And I'll be monitoring chat box. So if you have questions, don't hesitate to ask. Without further ado, Todd Sutherland.
Okay. Hopefully you can see my My.Ruud page.
Yes,
Heather?
sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right, good. Okay, I just want to make sure we're doing all that. Okay. So, all right, this is going to be like a 10,000 foot overview of My.Ruud. As Heather said, we're going to dive down deeper into some of the particular items that most contractors are interested in the Wednesdays to follow throughout the month of October. So to get started, we'll simply go to, it's my.ruud.com. Simple address, my.ruud.com. And then you'll have a login. Now, beside this, you're going to see employee SSO. That's for My.Ruud employees to log into this. They obviously have a lot more access into this than we do and than you will. So you'll just simply go to the login. Now, to get started, one important thing that we need to point out is, how do I get a My.Ruud login? Now, as you see, let me back up, sorry. As you see down here, you can request a new user account or request a new contractor account. Do not do that, okay? Do not do that. The easiest way to get a login to My.Ruud is to reach out to us. Now, the best way is to email marketing@tropicsupply.com. The email address is marketing@tropicsupply.com if you want to write that down. Just simply email them and put in a request saying that you would like to have a My.Ruud.com login. And somebody will reach out to you and get you set up immediately. If you try to go through the portal, it's going to take longer. It may not get set up correctly. It's just much easier if you email us at marketing@tropicsupply.com. We respond much faster. Okay. Now, once you log in, you're going to see several things here. We're going to start at the top and go from top to bottom, left to right, and pretty much try to hit on everything through here. If I need to stay afterwards to answer some questions or review some other things, we can do that. But here at this logo, what I want to point out here is, no matter where you're at in the program, if you're over here and you're looking at some different things and you want to get back to the home page, this is your button right here. When you hit that button, it's going to take you right back to the home page. Okay. And then as we move over to the right, you're going to see a little bell here. Mine's got two. That's a notification bell. That just simply is letting you know that you've got two notes. Okay. Now, right now, I'm signed in as a contractor. You can see I've got Todd's Heating and AC up here. My name, Todd Sutherland. Did that so that we could see a lot of the things that you're going to see. As a distributor, we have access to a little bit more features and functions than you'll have as a contractor. So I'm logged in as a contractor to kind of cover some of these details to you. So again, email marketing@tropicsupply.com to get a login, and the logo is your home page. Okay. Now, as we move further over to the right, this is your account here. So you can change the avatar. And when you click on this, this is going to drop down here where you'll see my profile, my company, log out and change password. Okay. Now, when we first click into my profile, it's going to, this is your personal profile where you'll fill out information here. And I highly encourage you to do this right away, especially the part about the company, which is the next step. But this information is all about you personally, if you want to put in your Facebook information as well. But most importantly, when you click on this, click on my company. And when it opens my company, you're going to want to hit edit. Okay, can you see? I'm hoping everybody can see my mouse moving around here. But you're going to click on edit. And when you click on edit, this is where you're going to fill out all your company information. Okay, now there's certain things So like there are certain items that you'll select on here that you may not have access to. In other words, there's functions that a pro partner will have that a Ruud dealer will not have. But it's important for you to go through and fill out the different information that's in here. This is what you'll have about your company. And as you come down here to Pro Profile, this is where you can put in a company business slogan. Something like this. Put in the email address that you want identified on the dealer locator. So on the email that you had under profile, that's your personal email where communications will be sent to you. This email is business email. So if somebody finds you on the dealer locator and wants to email you, that's the email address that information will go to. Then you can also put in, if you have a company Facebook page, if you have an Instagram Facebook page, a Twitter or Instagram page, a Twitter page, and then check these different options down here. If you accept credit cards, if you accept Apple Pay, if you accept checks, if you're a veteran-owned business, that type of stuff. And then you can also make a list down here. You can put something like that and add different lines here. And then this about us, what I often recommend people do is if you already have a website and you have an about us page on your website, then simply copy that about us information that you have on your website and click in here and paste it right into here. And this is, you'll have that information preloaded for you. Make sure your address is correct. You can edit that. Your hours of operation. You'll see that you can go through here Monday through Sunday and list your operating hours, your open and close time. Okay, and you can see you have a default 8 to 4 if you just want to do that, and then you can just come through and change things here. Your after hour support. As you come down to media, you can upload any photos or videos about your business that you'd like to share. They'll be displayed in the public media gallery. Any specials and offers that you might be offering, this is available only to pro partners. We'll get deeper into a little bit what the pro partner is a little bit later in this. But if you're a pro partner, you can put specials and offers here as well. And then of course, oh, I don't have permission to do this one for some reason, but this is where you'll be able to select languages. Keep in mind, I apologize, we just set this up like a couple of days ago, so there may be some things that we haven't accessed in here to listing me as a contractor. It's very important though. I highly recommend you go through and make sure that all this is accurate, because what happens is when a homeowner is Googling or searching for a Ruud dealer in their area and they come across the Ruud page, Ruud.com, and they click find a contractor and your name's listed in there and they select it, this is the information that they're going to see. Okay, so we want to make sure that you've updated this. And then of course, once you've selected all that, you want to make sure you hit save to save all that information. And you'll see the profile was accepted up there. Okay, and then this just shows the different addresses and stuff that you've loaded in there. Quick Comfort Financing, if you've enrolled in the Quick Comfort Financing program there, which again, we're going to touch on that in a little bit later. And then a company logo if you want to drag your company logo into here. Okay. And then the AC tab. This is just information that's going to show you how many impressions that your dealer locator emblem has accessed on there. You'll get a lot more information on this through the Pro Partner program. You'll get what's called a report card. When you click up here and you click my company, what you'll see over here, what will be added in as a pro partner is what's called a report card. And that report card lets you know all about this different information here. Okay, I'm sorry, what it's going to give you is how many hits your website's had if you have a website set up through us. It's going to tell you how many lead generations you've got through advertising that Ruud does on your behalf. It's going to tell you how many quick comfort financing claims that you filed. It's going to tell you how many cashback rebates that you filed. Again, this is all information that's more pertainable to a Ruud Pro partner than it is just a Ruud general contractor. And then last but not least, when you're on this page, you may want to make note of your contractor number. It's not as important as it was before when you had to register equipment. If you entered in that contractor number, it would pre-populate all your company information in there for you. But now, as you hopefully know, as of July, you don't have to register the equipment anymore. It automatically gets the 10-year all parts warranty. Okay, so that's going from here. Now we're going to start hitting these menus across the top. So I'm going to go back to the home page by clicking the Ruud logo. Okay, now the first thing we're going to see here, we'll take a quick look at the home page. You've got quick links here. Now this will automatically start to populate. So as you go more and more into PTS or Ruud University or warranty search, your recent items will start to pop up here. So you won't have to go through these tabs up here to try to find them. They'll just be popped up here. PTS stands for Product Technical Support. We'll talk about Ruud University a little bit later. We'll explore Ruud Parts a little bit. We'll talk about warranty search. We're going to go through most of these. You can also click on preferences up here, and you can select the different things you want. And you can also move them or rearrange them the way that you want to get them rearranged. Okay. Here it'll list your most popular pages that you go to most of the time, and then just different blogs that are available here. So that's kind of your home page. Most of the time, this is what you're going to be using, and these tabs up here. So we'll start with the products tab. You have a product search, which I'm not going to spend a lot of time on because, in my opinion, it's cumbersome. You have to, if you really know the Ruud product line, and you know that you're looking specifically for RP 15AZ36 or something like that, then by all means, you can go in there and do the product search. Most of the time, and what I use most often, is the product technical support tab. Okay, that's going to bring you to this page where you can filter by Ruud, you can filter by current products or discontinued products. This is going to show you everything that Ruud has ever manufactured all the way back to the 50s, 60s, 70s, what have you. Now, the information stored isn't going to be as good as what we have now because they just didn't have as good records back then. But you can look up 30-year-old units and look at product information on 30-year-old units. So if you come across an older rooftop package unit or something like that, you can still look up that information. Now, when you get here, what you're going to see is at your fingertips. This is an important tab. This has a lot of information that I get asked about on a regular basis. So we're going to click in here and show you what some of that is. First off, we have a temperature resistance chart. This is simply a 10K ohm resistance chart that shows you how temperature correlates to ohms. So if you're ohming out one of our sensors on one of our EcoNet controlled products, this is where you can test to see if that sensor is accurate or not. EcoNet Technician. This is something that if you're installing any of our product with an EcoNet controller, it'll be listed under here. Now we're going to stop on this page for just a second. We're going to dig really deep into this when we do the training class on product technical support. But just to show you, this is all the current equipment This is the older model equipment, your furnaces, air handlers, package units, so on and so forth. Now, when you come into here, you can simply click on one of these. We'll take a UP18AZ and alarms and alerts. This is what I get asked 9 times out of 10 is, hey, I got an alarm. What is that alarm? Once you click on your model, you can click on alarms and alerts. And EcoNet thermostat is typically where you've read that alarm and then just find your alarm. So let's say it was this first one, A001_O. It's important you give us the entire number because that last digit lets us know where that code pertains to. So in this case, it's with the outdoor unit. If we were to click on that, it's going to bring up a page that's going to tell us what the alarm is, a description of it, the expected operation, the cause, and then the solution to it. All right. Now, I'll show you a little trick to this, but it's not always accurate. Okay, so you'll see what I mean. Notice how this page, when we went to this code, A001_O, it gave us this detailed solution. Okay, now if we go back and I go back to our home page and my technician calls me in and says, hey, I'm out on a unit and I have this error code A001_O, you can come up here to the search bar and type into that code, okay, and it's going to populate that. Now, if you simply go here, you'll see it's going to bring you to a similar page, but notice it doesn't have a detailed solution. Okay, so that I'm just saying be careful. If you don't get a detailed solution, you can find it by going to that blue bar that we had at your fingertips, or if you type the code in here and you click out here where it says outdoor alarms and alerts, you can come in here and access it here and it'll take you right back to the page that we had. Okay, so that's just kind of a quick little shortcut to get to these codes. But I'm just telling you, if you don't get a detailed solution, then either go through at your fingertips to find it here where you'll get a much quicker code there. Much more detailed solution, excuse me. All right, so again, now I can either access product technical support here, or I can just jump to it here. We're going to go back into at your fingertips. We're going to hit on a couple of more of the things that are in your fingertips. Here you've got JSIS. Now what this stands for is Job Site Information Sheet. Now I'll show you this, but I'll also tell you that we're currently revising these and there'll be some newer sheets coming out on this that's going to be a little bit more animated. But in the meantime, you've got a job site information sheet for all of these different features. So if you're out in the field and you're having an issue with an air conditioner or a heat pump, and you reach out to Tim Murphy, Brad Evans, or Steve Parebo, our tech support guys, they may ask you to fill out a job site information sheet. When you click on that, you can download these sheets and print them out, take them out there with you, and you'll see it's a detailed sheet. The first one is information about the equipment. So we have model and serial number and date installed, airflow orientation, so on and so forth, and then some different temperatures and pressures that we need. And we need this completely filled out, gives us much more information on tackling the issue that you're having out in the field. Okay. So those are the job site information sheets. You have some tech tips. These will be populated and pop in and out as things go on. You can click on different things to look at tech tips. Tie downs, this is one that I'm in quite often. If you ever come across an inspector that needs a printed document on your tie downs, you can look at the different tie down options that are available and you can print them from here. The new residential outdoor high wind tie down for Florida. These are all different things that and it's based basically on the model. You see the models are listed at the top. Okay, so it's basically based on the model that you're looking for the sheet for. Let's see. Variable speed outdoor unit test mode. We'll skip that one. That one's not too big. Flood letter. This will be updated. This is from 2022. They're in the process of updating that. But basically it explains to you what you can do on a unit if it's been involved in a flood, which we have certainly had recently. You have your 2-minute tech videos. These are mostly based on commercial equipment, but this is all 2-minute tech videos on all different things pertaining to commercial equipment. Okay. And then last but not least, what I wanted to touch on was the zoning guide, because I get called on that quite a bit as well. The zoning guide, we'll just open it up real quick. Let's see. Okay, now this is the EcoNet zoning guide. So you can do zoning with EcoNet controlled equipment. It's not a simple task. I will tell you that right now. You have minimum CFM requirements for the smallest duct run. All that information is listed in here. If you want to do zoning with a zone system, then I highly recommend that you reach out to one of your sales consultants, and they'll either reach out to myself or Tim Murphy, and we'll help guide you through this. But this is going to give you some detailed information on the product that you need, the dampers that you need, the different CFM requirements based on the model that you're using. But it's a detailed list on what you need to do the zoning correctly. Otherwise, I promise you, you're going to have a lot of problems with installing the zoning. Okay. So, but we do have a guide. We do have help for you, how to select it properly, all that information. Okay. All right. We're going to jump back. Now, see, we're just going to get out of at your fingertips and jump back to product tech support. All right. Once we're out of at your fingertips, what you have here on the left-hand side, you're simply going to select the unit that you're looking for. All right, now I'm in a heat pump market, so I'm going to go to heat pumps, and this lists all the current production heat pump models. So you'll see that you have, these are the new AY units, which are the new A2L units. The AZ units are the new M1 or SEER 2 product. And you can click on any one of these products, even some of the older product that's being discontinued. This is the older SEER product that you can still sell, we just can't manufacture. So that's why it's listed here. If you wanted to look in an older product, you'd switch this to discontinued products. Click down here into heat pumps, and you'll see these are all the old models, all the way back to 10 SEER product. Okay, so it's pretty old product that's still listed here. Okay, now let me go back to current product. And we'll go back to heat pumps, and let's select the RP14AZ. All right, so we're going to select the RP14AZ, and it's going to give us the installation instructions, spec sheets, submittal sheets, tech tips, a warranty information, use and care, charge information, and wiring diagrams. Now, something I want to point out that you need to be careful about. And again, this is all, let me start off by saying that My.Ruud.com is an ever evolving page. All right. So if you find anything in here that you feel is a discrepancy or incorrect or anything like, or a broken link, reach out to us and we can usually quickly get that stuff fixed. One of the things we're working on right now, but I want to point it out to you because you need to be aware of it and you need to be careful with it. Is let's say we click into the installation instructions. Notice the first document listed is not the current document. Neither is the second one. The current document is this one right here, dated 5/17/2023. Okay, that's the most current document. So you want to make sure you're clicking on the correct document for the product you're working on. Now, if you install the unit, say in September of 2022, and you're having an issue or a question on something that was installed, then by all means, click on the appropriate installation document for the product that you're working on. But they're not always in order from oldest to newest. So just make sure you're looking at the date of the installation instructions you're looking at. Also, when you're looking at the spec sheets, make sure you're looking at the spec sheet that has to do with the serial number of the unit you're working on. Because the spec sheet for a serial number from 2022 may have different specifications that pertain to that product than when a revision was made to it in 2023. So always look at the serial number and always make sure you're looking at the correct documentation for the product that you're looking at. And then once you pull up that sheet, it's going to automatically pop up and give you the entire spec sheet on that. That's going to have all your line set configurations, your model number breakdown, all your spec data on the product. Okay. Let's go back here. Warranty, I'll touch on this just a little bit because hopefully everybody on this call knows, but there's been a couple of changes over the last couple of years on how Florida is handling warranties. It used to be that if you bought a HVAC system out of the box, it had a 5-year parts warranty, and you had to register that equipment in order to get the 6 through 10-year parts warranty. And also that 6 through 10-year part warranty only applied to the original homeowner. Now, in July of 2023, Governor Ron DeSantis made a ruling that the warranty stayed with the homeowner. With the address, not the homeowner. So it still had to be registered to get the 6 through 10-year parts warranty. But if it wasn't registered or if the homeowner moved, it didn't matter, that they would still get either the 5-year out of the box warranty, or if it was registered, they would get the 6 through 10-year warranty, no matter how many homeowners own the home. Another change was made just this past July in 2024, where equipment installed after July 1st of 2024 no longer even needs to be registered in order to get that additional 6 through 10-year parts. Okay. So the warranty has changed a little bit. You can click in here and click on the latest warranty document. And it's going to go through and give you all the information about what pertains to that warranty. Now, you used to be able to print out a certificate of warranty. Those are no longer available in Florida, but you can print this out, and at the bottom of this card or this warranty document, you can add the homeowner's name, address, state. So if the homeowner's wanting some kind of proof of warranty, you can fill this information out for them and send them this document. Okay. So that information is available for the homeowner. Okay. Let's go back to PTS. You'll see it covers everything. Now, these mini splits, these are Ruud's mini splits, which Tropic Supply does not stock. As you know, that we carry the Samsung and Cooper and Hunter mini splits. So please don't be confused when you see this. This pertains to Ruud mini splits, which are simply Fujitsu mini splits with the Ruud logo on them. And then we have packaged air conditioners, packaged heat pumps, thermostats. So that's your product technical support. Again, we're going to have a whole session on this, so I'm not going to dive into that too much further. All right, going back to the products tab, this one, AHRI residential lookup. This is something that is way underutilized by your office staff or by yourself, perhaps, when looking up AHRI numbers for Ruud. If you've ever tried to navigate the AHRI directory, it can be very confusing. Ruud has made it extremely simple. So when you click into the residential lookup tool, it's simple. It's going to take you through it step by step. Search outdoor. Now, if you don't know the outdoor model number, you can click get all outdoor models. But hopefully you at least know that you're looking for, say, an RA14. And you'll hit search, and it's going to bring up all the RA14s that Ruud manufactures. So let's say we want to look at this 2.5 ton RA14 AZ30 AJ1N. We're simply going to select it. And now it's going to show all the indoor models that will match up to that unit. All right. So if you know that you're going to be using, say, a RH2T 3617, you'll select that. And now it's going to show you both the Rheem and Ruud AHRI sheet. All right, now here's something, little tip for you. If you click on that, it's going to show you this. Now, before you click, you can either print that out, but if you want the actual AHRI document, before you click go to the AHRI website, just click on this number and copy it, okay? So that when you go to the AHRI website, you can simply paste it in here, which mine didn't do, but we'll put 209 429 647 and hit search, and it's going to take you, I have some stuff on what, can I maximum? There we go. It's going to take you to that specific entry where you can now select it and print out. It's going to download the document, and you can print out the file and have the actual AHRI document. So what I was trying to get to is if you simply click go to AHRI website, it's just going to bring you to their screen where you have to enter in that number. Okay, and once you enter in that number, you can bring it right to the actual AHRI certificate and print that certificate out. But it's a very simple way for somebody at your office that may not be as familiar with product to select the product. Hopefully you have it, you know at least that you're dealing with the first 4 digits of the condensing unit and the air handler to narrow this product down. And by all means, if you need any help looking this information up, you can always call the branch. They're very good at looking this information up. But this is a nice, quick, easy tool to look up the AHRI number. EcoNet product help pages. I'm skipping through a lot of this stuff because with our limited time, I'm trying to highlight the stuff that I feel most important. We can certainly cover any of this either after the call, or if you put in the survey that you want more detail on something, we can certainly add another webinar on it. Eco product help pages, that pretty much just takes you back to the codes or the pages where this information was that we showed before in product technical support.
Hey,
Next thing I
Todd,
wanted to touch, yes?
Skip had put in there that HRI lookup tool is only for residential split systems, correct? The HRI lookup tool.
Yes, because, well, yes, it is.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure that we're validating what he said. Thank you.
Good question, Skip. Thank you. Warranty search. Okay, this is where you can come in and a little bit of this has changed. I have a serial number here that we're going to do, but this is a serial number lookup. And we've got this serial number that I've already entered in here. So I got one that I knew would work. We hit search and it's going to bring you up the information on that. Now, this is for a condensing unit. You see an RP 1536 AJ1 and A. It's going to tell you the installation date. And it's also going to show you additional serial numbers in this registration, which is telling us that this is a serial number that more than likely goes to the air handler that this was attached to. If you want to see the homeowner information, you do have to know the homeowner's zip code. But it'll allow you to see the homeowner's information. Okay. And you can hit print and it will print you a certificate if the system was sold prior to July of 2024 and registered. You can still print these certificates. Anything after that, because it's no longer required to have registration, we don't have these certificates to print. Okay. I know I don't like it either, but it is what it is. Now you can see you can click here on this additional serial number and it's going to take you to the same page, but now showing the air handler. Okay, so that's your quick serial number search lookup. And we're going to show you some neat things you can do with the serial number as well later on. In fact, we'll jump to that right now. We're going to come up here and we're going to type in that same serial number, 111729190. And if you wait a second, you're going to see it's showing the homeowner's name under warranty and it's showing the serial number under warranty. So you don't have to come under here and go to warranty search. You can simply enter it in the serial number up here in the search bar. And then when you click on it here, it's going to take you to this basically the same page that we're on, but it's giving you the information on that and general information on that unit. Okay. If you enter that serial number in here, W1117299190, and you select the homeowner's name, it's again going to take you back to the same page as well. Okay, so that's a little shortcut in that search bar. You can use it for searching codes for the Econet controller and serial numbers as well. Okay. Then we have the commercial tab, which this we could spend days on, but the commercial tab is for all things commercial. Your documents, brochures, commercial financing, Rapid Spec. Rapid Spec is a commercial design software. Again, we're going to have a specialized training on it. You can use this for residential and commercial, excuse me, but it's where you can go in and detail specifics and print out submittals and specs on a design you're doing for commercial with multiple systems or on residential. That's something that we'll get into later on down the road. Under documents, these are all your commercial documents. This is one that I did want to point out real quick. Renaissance footprint crossover. A lot of people may not know that our Renaissance commercial product has been designed to fit the Carrier footprint. So when you're looking at package units up on rooftop, which if you didn't know, Carrier pretty much owns they have the majority of footprints out there on commercial buildings. So even if you're going out on a job that's got a train unit that's been retrofitted with a curb adapter, there's a good possibility that the original curb on that roof was matched up to a Carrier unit. So what you're seeing here is it's showing you that our Renaissance package units will cross over to all these different Carrier Bryant and ICP package units. So if you're removing one of these package units off of a rooftop, our package units will be a direct drop in. You will not need a curb adapter. Okay, all the way up through 25 tons. Okay. Moving on. Let's go back to products. And now we're going to jump over. Okay. I have to speak on a couple things.
All right, Todd, I'm just giving you the 15-minute warning.
Oh, you're killing me.
I know.
All right. That's okay. This is the biggest one. All the rest of these don't have as much under it. Okay. Um, when it comes to regional efficiency standards and federal tax credits, do not use these. Ruud has a new tab that is the HVAC no zone for Ruud. Uh, yeah, figured there it is. All right, I should have had that up there direct, but this is where you want to go. Make note of the website up here, or you can do what I just did, type in HVAC no zone and Ruud, and you'll be able to find this. But this is where you're going to find all things that you need to know about the 2025 change to the new refrigerants, tax credits. This was the change in 2023 that was made to the new SEER 2 product. So this is where you're going to find all the information that you need on this stuff here. Okay, so just go here for that information. If you try to access it through here, what you're going to see is really old stuff. Again, this page is being revamped, and this will soon be disappearing when you get to that. Want to jump into Ruud Parts. Ruud Parts is going to take you to another sign-in page. Your sign-in for Ruud Parts is going to be the exact same sign-in for My.Ruud. So you don't have multiple sign-ins. When you log in, the best way to use this is if you're looking for a part on a unit, enter in the serial number. So we're going to use that same serial number we had before, W4016177764. And we're going to search. And you'll see the serial number populates here. This is all going to be product that's specific to that serial number. The reason you want to look it up that way, your other option would be we could just type in RP15 and bring up the RP15. But then if you do that, it's going to show you parts for all models of RP15s, older models, newer models. So you may see several of the same part listed. If you enter it by serial number, you're only going to see specific product that relates to that serial number. So when you come down here under air movement, it's only going to list that fan blade. When you come down here, let's see, under electrical, it's only going to list the parts that pertain to that serial number. And then you can click on any one of these parts, and it's going to show you availability of it, which unfortunately they're showing 0 on that, but I'm sure we have some available. And if there's any further information on that, it's going to show you that information. Let me go back to a compressor. Trying to think of something that'll show us a little bit more detail. Here you can see this part's replacing the original part. And you click on this, see if this one gives us a little bit more information. Yeah, okay, so here it's giving you more technical data about that specific scroll compressor. It's showing you the run capacitor for it, the start kit, kickstart if you need it, the relay part number, the start capacitor if you need it, so on and so forth, crankcase heater, sound wrap. So it's showing you a bunch of different things, dimensions, the discharge line, stub outs, everything. So it'll give you some more detail. You won't find this kind of detail on every part, but you will find it on some parts. Okay, so that's the Ruud part lookup. Under marketing, this is where you can go if you want to learn more about the Pro Partner Program. Under the Pro Partner Program, it's a buy-in program for contractors. You pay a certain amount each year, and there's a lot more additional benefits. I'm not going to go deep into that. If you're interested in becoming a pro partner, reach out to your local Tropic Supply. They'll put you in touch with one of our HVAC sales consultants, and we can do a private webinar on all things pro partner and go through all the details on the pro partner program. Protection Plus, I'm going to touch on that a little bit. That's an extended warranty program. You can purchase Protection Plus through Ruud. It's an AIG warranty program. We also sell the Trinity extended warranties. I will tell you that if you're only selling extended labor policies up through, say, 5 years, the pricing on the Protection Plus program is very, very competitive. If you're going above 5 years and you're going to a 10-year warranty program, then you want to look at our Trinity warranty programs because they're much more affordable than what the Protection Plus programs are. But you can come in here and you can see the different pricing that's available to it on the payback and the pricing. Let's see, I'll show you one. Here's a premium pricing plan for Florida. If we scroll down. Well, here's a split system AC. You can see that for a 3-year labor plan for $353 or $282, you can give them 3 years labor on the entire split system, or 5 years up to $500 on a split AC system. The difference between your Express Standard and your Advanced, your Express Standard price is if you're just buying them occasionally. Your Advanced price is when you sign up on a program where you're selling an extended labor policy on every single system that you purchase. Okay, that's the difference you see in the prices. The difference between plan 1, 2, and 3 is the difference in what you get paid for labor. $70 labor for plan 1, $85 for plan 2, and $125 for plan 3. Okay. All right, so that's Protection Plus. When we come over here, Rapid Spec, I already touched on briefly. We'll have a separate webinar on that. Design Star is basically, it's RightSoft Manual J software that has been rebranded for Ruud. We're doing a separate webinar on that as well. We'll walk you through how to do a load calculation on a system. But that is RightSoft Manual J. It's just private labeled for Ruud. And what we give you with this is everybody in your company will have a free license to this, whether you're a Ruud dealer or a pro partner. Okay, so if you're interested in doing manual J's going forward in your company, this is a great way to do it. It's free. And like I said, we're having actually, that's going to be our next webinar, which will be next Wednesday, that we'll be doing a whole series on that. And then I wanted to touch on the Preferred Vendor Hub. When you click on the Preferred Vendor Hub, this is going to bring you to other companies that Ruud is partnered with, such as Service Titan, which some of you may have heard of. My passion one here is Silver Bullet. I've done several webinars on Silver Bullet, but Silver Bullet is a software program that's very simple to run that gives you a good, better, best selling option at the kitchen table with the homeowner. It's very simple. It's very inexpensive. It's easy to operate. But this is something that if you purchase it through Ruud, you get additional discounts on it, as with any of these items here. Okay, moving on. That's all I'm going to touch on there. That's all I'm going to touch on there because we're really close. The online training is going to take you to, gosh, I got so many tabs open up here now. Let me see if I can close these out. Get to the ones I want. It's going to take you to Ruud University. I have another webinar scheduled on Ruud University, but again, you can click on Ruud University, the same login that you have with My.Ruud.com. And this is going to, yeah, this is a little. This is going to take you to a whole bunch of training that is available to you. Much of it is free. Okay. If you're a pro partner, everything under graduate studies is free of charge, along with, um, what's it called? Interplay, along with the interplay modules, which are some great technical modules that are available. But you'll click in here and you got all types of different learning that are available to you. Some of them have a cost to them and some of them don't. You'll just kind of have to kind of browse through the different ones and see what has a cost to it and what doesn't. This is one. And then once you've completed these, you can print out a certificate of completion. So if you have employees that you want to start taking some of these classes, those are available to you. I am doing a whole webinar on Ruud University, so that's why I'm not getting too deep into this. That's going to be the last one in our series in October. But there's a lot of free training, not just technical training, but those graduate studies all pertain to business training. It's great training for the staff that's in your office, as well as if you have sales guys that are out in the field, technicians, everything. That's more of a business type courses than technical training type courses. All right. I've gone as fast as I can. When you come here for support, I'll tell you, don't. Okay. If you have an issue and you need support, whether it be support pertaining to My.Ruud.com or support on Ruud product, your first line of defense is always going to be Tropic Supply. We can get information to you faster than what you'll get by going through the Ruud portal. Okay. I know that's what it's designed for, but I'm telling you, you'll get a much faster response. And a lot of it we can resolve on our end at Tropic Supply without having to go through Ruud. And of course, Technic Support, we can definitely get you taken care of quicker. So I'm going to end it on that. I see we have like 12 things in the chat. Are
I
there
got them all
questions?
covered. I've
Oh,
been answering as
awesome.
we go, so we're done.
Okay.
Yep.
All
So
right.
thank
Well, I
you.
know, like I said, that was a 10,000-foot overview of all things Ruud, My.Ruud.com. If you get a login, again, my recommendation is just start here and go across there and just look at all the different things that are available to you. There's a lot more that I didn't cover. I just wanted to touch on the things that I get hit on the most for. And then, like I said, each Wednesday for the month of October, next is going to be Design Star. Following that will be Product Technical Support, then Rapid Spec, and then Ruud University. And if you have any other questions, reach out to myself or anybody at Tropic Supply. They all know how to get a hold of me. And if you have something specific you want a one-on-one webinar for, I'm available for that as well. Any other
Awesome.
questions?
I do not see any more
All right,
questions.
I'm going to stop
So Todd's going to stop
sharing.
sharing. Everybody needs to get their typing fingers ready. Vielka is going to be looking for the first person with the correct answer on her screen. Just keep in mind that not always will you look like you're the first person, even though on your screen it might show differently. So we're not cheating anyone. It's just the first person that pops up here. Just checking chat before we get started. So everybody, get your typing fingers. Today we're playing for a
Also, we made it a little bit easier than last time. We made these multiple choice, so you don't have to type out your response.
yeah, and I have to say Todd is giving you guys some gimmies because these questions are really easy. Next session, I'm going to challenge him to do something a little bit more difficult. But we'll see how well you guys were paying attention. Today we're playing for a Ruud branded Richardson hat that we have in a multitude of different color combinations. So when you're called as the winner, please put your email in the chat, and then Vielka will reach out with your color options, and we'll make sure we get that to the closest branch near you. So I am going to share my screen. And Vielka, you're on the lookout, okay? Because the next slide, I'm gonna advance and we're gonna go.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, on your mark, get set, go. Here's the first question. How do I get a My.Ruud.com login? A, contact Ruud. B, email marketing. C, go to My.Ruud and select request new user account. All right, so the correct answer is B. So Vielka, who is the first person to say B in the chat window? On my screen, it
Is
looks
your mic
like
on?
Robert.
I
Bro.
show Robert as well.
Yes, Robert is a winner chicken dinner, and I just want to
I
say
just typed it in the chat, so
Oh, okay. All right.
to everyone.
Okay, sounds good.
It's Robert.
Okay, perfect. Yes, if you could call out their name so we can recognize them. Robert is a frequent flyer at all of our training classes, and I just want to shout out to Robert. Thank you for coming and participating. You're awesome. All right, you guys ready for number two? Number two. When navigating My.Ruud, what's the easiest way to return to the homepage? A, click on the back arrow until you get back there. B, open a new browser and log in again. C, click the Ruud logo in the upper left-hand corner of the screen. And the answer to that one is C. Click on the Ruud logo. It's going to take you right back to that homepage. Vielka.
I have a Charles White.
All right, Charles White is an employee, so he cannot
I was
win.
going to say, isn't that our guy?
So Charles, nice try. So I believe it goes to Rose
goes
Parker.
to Rose Parker.
Yay, Rose! Awesome. All right, very good. If you're called as a winner, please put your email in the chat box so Vielka can send you an email. And then the last but not least question is number 3. Where can you edit information about your company that will show up on the dealer locator? A, click on your name in the upper right-hand corner and select My Company. B, select Marketing, then Tools. Or C, contact Tim Murphy at Tech Support. God help you if you do that, because you will never, ever, ever edit anything on My.Ruud. Love Tim, but he's not your man when you need administrative stuff done. All right, so the answer...
Amanda Garcia.
The answer is A, and Amanda Garcia. Awesome, awesome job, and congratulations. And that concludes today's webinar, the first one in the series. Remember to enroll in the next 4 that Todd has every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. You can have coffee with us. And we will also be sending out that email with the recording and the survey request. Please make sure you do the survey. We love to hear your feedback. Thanks for spending your Wednesday with us. See you guys later. Bye-bye.
Okay. I thought that went well.